Welcome back to Trading IQ, where we will learn the unlimited nature of the stock market. I hope you guys are doing well. I know I haven't been posting content regularly. Last content I think I published around in the month of February, March. So I recently got married and I was busy with life. So I have another channel where I share about my life story. You can go and follow that channel. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss about a stock in which I had invested. So the stock market is working out fabulously well. When I posted my last content, Nifty was hovering around in stage 3. Now it is in clear stage 2 continuation setup. So I'm going to share the Nifty 50 chart analysis as well as the stock in which I have invested, which had a huge breakout with heavy volume, and I will use Stan Weinstein Stage Analysis to analyze that technical analysis of that particular stock and share my perspective. So please watch till the end. So this is the weekly chart of Nifty 50, and as it is clearly visible that it is in clear stage 2 continuation setup. So it was hovering in stage 3 for quite a bit of time, I think for over 2 years. And I apologize for any background noise because there are some major construction going just beside my home. So I apologize for the noise. Please bear with me. So this was hovering in stage 3 for quite a long time. I think it started since 2021, October 2021, and it just broke out of it around last month. So again, after stage 3, what happens? If it breaks above its upper level, then we call it as stage 2 continuation setup based on Stan Weinstein Stage Analysis. So in my YouTube channel, you will find numerous videos where I have shared my analysis on how I do chart analysis using Stan Weinstein Stage Analysis. And there is this video, I'll paste the link on the I button, which has been getting very good organic views because I think I did something right on that video where I explicitly explain how Stan Weinstein Stage Analysis works. And it is based on 4 fundamentals. Like there are 4 stages: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 and stage 4. So based on Stan Weinstein Stage Analysis, you should only consider buying a stock if the overall market is in stage 2 or stage 2 continuation setup. If it is in stage 1 or stage 3 or stage 4, you should stay out of it, right? So again, please go ahead and watch this video to understand in detail on how you can go about using Stan Weinstein Stage Analysis, which is again, it is like a fundamental way of analyzing the stock market, because this is how stock market works. It has 4 stages. So this is currently in stage 2 continuation setup, and it is of course absolutely a great time for everyone, one of us who are investing in the stock market. And I do believe that everyone's portfolio is working out well. If not, then you must be doing something wrong, and you have to acknowledge that and accordingly take action. And how can you do that? How can you course correct? Is to follow a specific plan. So the goal is to create a plan and be consistent with it and run with it for a long run to see whether you are generating profits or not. So I'm going to share my portfolio. I have reshuffled a couple of stocks which I'll share in my upcoming videos. So I'm going to share my detailed update on my portfolio in my upcoming video. So for today's video, as you can see, Nifty 50 is in clear stage 2. As the market is in clear stage 2 continuation setup, we should look to find a best performing sector, and then from that sector we should find a best performing stocks to invest in, right? So I'll quickly come to the sector analysis, in which sector I have invested yesterday, and I'll share that stock analysis. So if you go to the screener website, I will quickly find out the engineering sector. So here, the engineering sector, this stock has about 14,733 crore market cap, which is the largest among this sector. And as far as the technical analysis is concerned, it is again in clear stage 2 continuation setup. Of course, it is hovering at the upper level, but it is in clear stage 2. From this level, it bounced back pretty heavily, and then if you look at the long-term picture, it is clearly in stage 2, right? And from this sector, we have this stock, Starling and Wilson in renewable energy, which is this stock. So this stock had created a base for a long time. You see, this is the upper level, which is around 340, and the lower level of it is around 280 to 70 to 80. So it was hovering around this range, from which it broke out of in 2021, but it could not sustain because there was a heavy pressure. The overall market was in bearish mood around that time. So again, it fell down because of the market pressure, and then it hovered around that stage 1 base, from which it broke out of it heavily with significant volume. Again, the focus on our channel is to focus on those stocks which are breaking out of stage 1 base with significant volume, and it should be trading above its 30-week moving average. So this is like, my plan is very simple. I will only look to invest in a stock if the overall market is in stage 2 continuation setup or stage 2, and I'll find a best performing sector, and based on the analysis, because this engineering sector is performing well, and the overall constructing sector, realty sector is performing well. So this is interconnected. So since those sectors are working out well, I will also do a quick analysis on the realty sector. I did it in the past and watch the video pasted on the I button. So this is the stock that I have invested in. I invested in around 340 level, and again it broke out of it with significant volume. The volume is 28.5 million, and it saw that much of volume around September timeframe before it fell down. So again, we would not call it stock's failure, because the overall market was in bearish mood around that time, from when it started to fall down, right? Because the market was in bearish mood. If I show you the market around October 2021 time frame, market started to fall down from you see around 18th of October, the week of 18th of October, it started to go down, right? So the market has its pressure, right? So if the market is going down, most of the 99% of stocks will go down with the market, right? It's pretty evident. So again, I'll come back. So again, based on the stage analysis, it is now breaking out of stage 1 base. Because why I'm calling it a stage 1 base, because see, this upper level, the 340 level, it has touched numerous times. Here it touched around that level, here it tried to break out of that level but could not, here it tried to break out of that level but could not, again it tried to reach at that level but it again fell down, and it broke out of it with significant volume. If the volume is like not as significant as this, I would not be interested, right? You see, it tried to break out of this level around this area, and it could not sustain, because you see the volume, though it has a good peak around 10 million, but it is not significant, because if you compare it with the past performance, you see the highest volume that it has seen is 36 million, right? So that's usually, the volume has to be near to that level or even better than that, but it is currently, it was around 10 million, so 1/3 of it. So that's why it did not work out. So again, whenever you are investing in a stock, you have to look at how big of a volume that it is breaking out of with, right? So again, this is the stock that I have invested in, and I am bullish on this stock, and it opened in the market in 2019, and sky's the limit, right? It saw about 752 level, and it can go to anywhere, right? So this is how I invest, and in my upcoming video I'm going to share about my portfolio, I have shared all the stocks in which I have invested. I've also shared one of the stocks in my last video, in which I did not invest around that time because it was in my watch list. So I also have a separate playlist wherein I share which stocks that I'm watching closely, and if there are heavy breakout or a significant breakout, then I'll only invest. So I keep my watch list very clean, crystal clear. So whenever there is a breakout, I get notified and I accordingly take action. So this is the stock Sona BLW Precision in which I have invested. So I'm going to share that in my next video. I hope you like my video, and if you do, please consider hitting that like button and share with your friends. And if you do not have a plan, please consider working on it, because that is very key. If you do not have a plan, you're just investing out of compulsion. You might get profits here and there, but then eventually you will give that back to the market. And if it happened with you, sit down, start working on a plan and be consistent with it. I have shared how I use Stan Weinstein Stage Analysis and very simple technical indicators such as 30-week moving average, support and resistance, and volume to analyze chart and technical analysis, and use that to invest in a given stock. So again, I will see you in my next video. Till then, have a great day. Thank you.